Namaskar to everybody. And this is the part of the webinar that which I am going to make it a record for the students' sake. Then, as India is a traditional country, that's why that I would like to begin it part of the second part of it with the Vande Mataram. Please hear this song. वन्दे मातरम् सुजलां सुफलां मलयज शीतलां सस्यश्यामलां मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी पुल्लकुसुमित द्रुमदलशोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्. Yeah, with this, that I would like to make a beginning of the seminar, and where that I would like to say that these are the starting points, and let us see that how we can go further. Let me share the things. Yes, come to the point. Yes. Now I will share this thing with you. Yes, now you can start it. Yeah, you are the participant because it's automatically closed over there. And now
Yeah, I'll be right back in 5 minutes, sir. Yeah, I'll be right back in 5 minutes, sir. Please give me 5 minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay. Meanwhile, the other people, those who want to say, again, you want to speak? Because I saw you there. Yes, here I came. Kiran, it is a Kiran. Ram. Yeah, Ram. Yeah, for a time being that you can remove your mask and you can speak. Of course, if your voice is very much clear, that you can speak also. Ram, that you are there on the screen. Again, yes, it is a any person wants to speak, let them open it. Ajay, why you are keeping your on? Why you are not speaking? If you want to speak, you can keep your video on. Otherwise, you close it. If any person wants to speak, please open your video, then speak. If not, please close it. Because I could see you are in the small icon over here. Triveni, do you want to speak? Otherwise, if you close it. If any other person wants to speak, please continue it. Ram, I could hear your voice. You mute your microphone. Yes, the point is that here the people are saying that ICC is there because of it deals with the crimes against the individuals, but the ICJ deals with the crimes between or among the states are concerned. That was the difference. But both the headquarters is the Hague, and the ICJ in the Peace Palace, where this ICC is a different place which is given over there, and I highlighted in my shading of my share. This is the headquarter of the present ICC headquarter, which I am shared on the screen now. Yes, if another person who is going to come, please before that one, and I would like to continue. If any other person would be there, please open your video and audio, then we can speak on the occasion. Yes, now you can start it. Yeah, you are the participant because it's automatically closed over there. And now
Yeah, I'll be right back in 5 minutes, sir. Yeah, I'll be right back in 5 minutes, sir. Please give me 5 minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay. Meanwhile, the other people, those who want to say, again, you want to speak? Because I saw you there. Yes, here I came. Kiran, it is a Kiran. Ram. Yeah, Ram. Yeah, for a time being that you can remove your mask and you can speak. Of course, if your voice is very much clear, that you can speak also. Ram, that you are there on the screen on the side. Again, yes, it is a open it. Ajay, why you are keeping your on? Why you are not speaking? If you want to speak, you can keep your video on. Otherwise, you close it. If any person wants to speak, please open your video, then speak. If not, please close it. Because I could see you are in the small icon over here. Triveni, do you want to speak? Otherwise, if you close it, close it. If any other person wants to speak, please continue it. Ram, I could hear your voice. You mute your microphone. Yes, the point is that here the people are saying that ICC is there because of it deals with the crimes against the individuals, but the ICJ deals with the crimes between or among the states are concerned. That was the difference. But both the headquarters is the Hague, and the ICJ in the Peace Palace, where this ICC is a different place which is given over there, and I highlighted in my share, shading of my share. This is the headquarter of the present ICC headquarter, which I am shared on the screen now. Yes, if another person who is going to come, please before that one, and I would like to continue. If any other person would be there, please open your video and audio, then we can speak on the occasion. Yes, anyone? Because I saw Namavarapu Srinivas Sharma was there. Again, I could not see him. If he is online, then you can on your video and audio, then you can speak and give the message to the students from the staff of the Manor College of Law. Yes. Because I could not see him on the screen, because he came on the screen. Yes, any other person that would like to speak, then they keep it. I don't know what Ramarao sir is there, Ashok Babu was there. Ajay, please, whether you want to speak, you can speak it. Otherwise, you close your video camera. Because I cannot. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? Anyone? Anyone can give the reply. మరి ఎవరైనా మాట్లాడతలేరేంటి? Yes, I say, if any other person would like to speak, let them speak it. That's why I given the chance. Because being a facilitator, I have to give the more chance to the staff and students. But the staff is, I could not see their names over here. The students are found. Any person from the LLM students? Because I saw the LLM students also present over there. Yes. Ramanj, 1979. Open your video and open your audio, then you speak. Yes, no one is there, the turn. So I want to speak myself only. Because it's nothing but blowing my own whistle.
I'm back, sir.
Triveni, I could see you there on the video, but I don't know why you are not coming on the fit. Even I saw the Kiran also on the video. Yes, you can continue it. Yes, you can continue it. The difference that I have shown you, ICJ and
Yes, sir.
ICC is concerned, and now you can concentrate on the negative aspect of it or positive aspect of it, because everyone is having Article 19(1)(a). Please continue.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So as we can see, there's a difference between ICC and ICJ. We already have an ICJ to solve the international disputes. Hello.
Yes, other Dr. S.N. Reddy, ma'am, please, you off your microphone, please. Yes, continue.
Okay, so we already have a court to solve international disputes and also to answer the war crimes and genocide. But then we have an ICC which says that the main work of this ICC is if a country's court is unable to prosecute someone, or if the country's court is unable to provide justice to someone, then this ICC will step in and then it will provide justice to that person. So in other words, if India signs this, what we are accepting is, if Indian court is unable to deliver justice to someone, then ICC will come and then they will provide justice to that person. And that's one of the main reasons why India did not sign this, because the principle of complementary is very, it's not vague, but then it is undermining the Indian judicial system. It is, we are accepting that yes, there are some people, there are some cases where Indian judicial system is not able to help the victims. That is one. And then again, the definition of the definition of genocide, crimes against humanity, and crime of aggression has been very broad. And what happens is, this can be used against any country, because the heads of states are not immune to ICC. So the ICC can prosecute the heads of states, and international community can prosecute the head of state and then hold it as a liability to, and then use it to influence the politics of the country. That means that the sovereignty of the country is challenged here. That is one of the main objections that I have on ICC. And the other thing is, see, when we go to countries like Russia, I'll give you a few examples here. In Russia, a few weeks back, Sergei Sergei Furgal is a governor of a state in Russia, and then he has been arrested. And the only reason he has been arrested is because he's a person belonging to the opposition party, and then he is arrested, and because he's an opposition party member, and then he won the elections. And he's not the only person. 10 governors of Russia have been arrested in the past 2 years. And apart from that, Sikre, who is the main opponent of Putin, he has been killed. Anna, who wrote a book, Putin's Russia, the death of democracy in Russia, she has been killed. And ICC, it is meant to address such crimes where the court of the country is not able to help the victims. That is when the ICC is supposed to step in. But it did not. Why? Because Russia is a powerful country. Okay, if we say that, if we say that, okay, this is an internal matter and then ICC will step in only in war crimes and genocide, Russia clearly violated international law. It invaded Ukraine. ICC never did anything. And again, when it comes to United States, no, it proudly claims that it's a beacon of democracy and it's beacon of justice. But what happened with United States? There are a lot of cases against American soldiers who are in Afghanistan who have been charged of rape, genocide, torture, and killing of innocent people in Afghanistan. And ICC is precisely meant to prosecute these type of criminals. But what happened is, America arm-twisted, used its power and made sure that none of its soldiers are even being investigated. So what this ICC is doing is, this is a way, ICC is one of the ways of controlling the developed and underdeveloped and the developing countries by the developed countries. So after the World War II, we saw how big powers like Russia and US in the pretext of protecting democracy, how it waged wars, invaded countries, all in the pretext of protecting democracy, but all it was doing was spreading its own influence. The same way, Russia, in the pretext of helping the poor and economically marginalized people, it also did the same thing. It waged wars and then tried to spread its influence. ICC, see, I can understand why people are so passionate about ICC, because the words used are very benign, very good. It is acting against international crimes. It's acting against genocide. It's acting against crimes against humanity, war crimes, crimes of aggression. All these words are very good. But what is happening here? What is actually happening here is,
Kiran, I can give the 2 minutes time to you.
Okay, sir. I'll wind it up.
Yeah.
before accepting or appreciating something, we need to go deep and then dig deep and then understand what this is all about. What are the pros and cons, and what the country has to give up if it signs this treaty? And there's a very good reason why India is not signing it, and we need to understand why India is not signing it. And if anyone wants the exact reasons why India is opposed to it, why we are opposed to it from the start, and we are very much vocal about ICC, against ICC. And if anybody wants that information, they can contact me personally. I'll share my number in the chat. And then again, thank you for giving me this opportunity, sir, and I appreciate this very much. And this is not, I did not want to disrespect anyone, or or humiliate anyone or undermine anyone. It's just that I want to make sure that everyone knows the other side of the story too. Thank you for giving me this.
Thank you very much, Kiran. That because every coin is having the both sides of it, the tail and head. So some people are there. That is the reason that the cases will be referred to the division bench, and which is in odd. If the 7 members are there, 4 will be at one side and 3 would be at the another side. A debatable thing is there where the ICC should be there or not. In that aspect, it will be there. I can give the comments later on if the time is left over there. When I want to give the chance to the people, those who are on the screen, because I saw the Salma raise the hand. So can I request the Salma to on her video and audio on and come on the screen? Because I saw here, yes, and I know, yes, she has not again come over there because I saw the raising the hand. Yeah, now Kiran, that you can off your microphone, then I can give the chance to the other people. Ramanch is not coming forward. Then
Hello.
I think who is want to speak because I could not see that. Yes, please speak. Yeah, because chart is there, I saw it. Yes, if any other person would want to make it out, yeah, noted down Kiran 110-395-386. Yes, I will also comment on this one. And any other person that would like to speak, they can open their.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. You say your name and you are say, then you come on the video, then you come there. Dhanalakshmi, your turn is over or not?
Hello.
అయ్యా నాయన చెప్పు నాయన కనబడతాను నాయన చెప్పు హలో హలో అని ఎన్నిసార్లు చెప్తావు కనబడతాను చెప్పు
Sir, good morning, sir.
Very morning. Come on to the right point.
Sir, we'll come into the World Day for International Justice. The history of the 17th July is celebrated as World Day for International Justice because this day is the anniversary of the adoption of the Rome Statute in 1998. With the help of this treaty, International Criminal Court was established on 1st June 2010. The review conference of the Rome Statute was held in Kampala, that is in Uganda. And the Assembly of the State Parties decided to celebrate 17th July as the International Criminal Justice Day. On 17 July 1998, since the day 139 countries have signed the Court's treaty, and nearly 80 states, representative of every region of the world, have ratified it. What is International Criminal Court? It is the first permanent and independent international judicial institution that is capable of trying individuals accused of the most serious violations of international humanitarian and human rights, which includes the crimes, genocide, war of crimes, and crimes against humanity. International Criminal Court came into being when several states adopted a statute in Rome. The statute is known as the Rome Statute of International Criminal Court. Let us tell you that ICC does not replace the national courts, but it is available when a country can't or won't carry out investigations and prosecute perpetrators. Why World Day for International Justice celebrated? This day is celebrated because it is necessary to make people aware and united to support the justice and also to promote rights of the humans. This day also attracts people around the world to pay attention on the serious issues. It also to protect people from several crimes and also warn those people who affect the peace, security, and well-being of the nation at risk. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Yes, thank you, Ajay, that you made it because at the time that you kept your video on, but when you are speaking over there, that you stopped your video, only audio is audible to us. But anyway, it's not a matter because the voice is more important than the face of it, because already that we know the many people faces here. Yes, Dhanalakshmi, that you want to speak because you are there on the Projector, yes. You can on your, yeah, then you can speak. Dhanalakshmi. ఆ వెనకాల కొంచెం అది ఉన్నది కదా బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ కొంచెం ఇటు పక్కకు తిప్పుకోండి, అది కనబడతలేదు ఎందుకంటే లైట్ ఎక్కువ కనబడుతుంది. నౌ ఇట్స్ ఓకే, నౌ ఇట్స్ ఓకే, నౌ యూ కెన్ స్పీక్. వాయిస్ వస్తలేదు, వాయిస్ ఆన్ చేయలే, మైక్రోఫోన్ ఆన్ చేయలే, మైక్రోఫోన్ ఆన్ చేయాలా. That's why I told you, though, if you are on the online classes regularly, that you know how to operate it. Of course, we learn by our mistakes, but the wise man learn the mistakes of others. వాయిస్ వస్తలేదు. ఓకే, మీన్ వైల్ అది మీరు you rectify your doubt. By that time, then I will ask the Salma here. I saw the Salma, I entered. If the Salma is present, yes, Salma Sheikh. Now you can on your video, you can on your microphone, then you can speak. Meanwhile, Dhanalakshmi will take care of it, the technical fault. Yes, come. No one is coming over there. Yeah. Raman, how many times I have to admit it? Yes, Salma, that are you there hearing me? Because I saw you double S, Salma Sheikh, and I don't know what was the reason that whether you could hear me or not. You can, yes, I unmuted it. You can speak. Yes, any other person that would like to speak over there? Please come forward. If none of them, then I will blow my own pipe. Dhanalakshmi, are you rectified your defect? Because I saw the rising hand. Or Nageshwar Rao is disappeared again. I admitted him. Yes, any other person would be there that would like to speak. Dhanalakshmi, what happened? I did not see that the other people are there, those who want to speak it out, because I could see the many other people. And suppose if you are feeling difficult to present your speech or opinion, then you can say in Telugu also, no matter that is the regional language of our state. Yes, Janalakshmi, now can you on your audio also?
Okay, sir.
Yes, now I am hearing you. Now you can speak loudly. Keep it very near. Keep it near your camera. Yes, now you speak loudly. Sonara Smiles.
World Day of International Justice is observed on annual on 17th July to recognize the system of international criminal justice. The Day of System aims at the movement of international criminal justice. The day also supported and recognized the work of the International Criminal Court. In June 16th, 2020, the 17th July is the Day of International Criminal Justice. Marks of the anniversary of the adoption of the Rome Statute on 17th July in 1998, the founding of ICIC, which seeks to promote people from genocide crimes against impunity, war of crimes, and the crimes of education. 17th July is of all those who wish to support justice, promoted of victims of rights, and helps of prevent crimes and their threatened the peace, security, and well-being of the world. World Day, 17th of Day International Criminal Justice. World of the International Justice also referred to the Day of International Criminal Justice. It is an international day of celebration to the world of July 17th as part of effort to recognize the emerging system of international criminal justice. The July 17th is the day of adoption of fraternity and created the International Criminal Courts. On 1st June 2020, in the review of conference of the Rome Statute helped the Rwanda, the Assembly of Statutory Parties, decided to celebrate 17th July as the Day of International Criminal Justice. Each year, people around the world use this day to host events to promote international criminal justice, especially support of the International Criminal Court. So thank you, sir.
Laganda, finally that you succeeded in operating the system. And now I can request any other person that would like to speak. Please keep your audio and video on, then I could see your face on the screen. Yes, any other person? Nanduru. Nanduri, I don't know why he is not coming over there. Daida Yakubu, that you want to speak and you want to say that now you disappeared.
Good morning, sir. This is Veerabhadra.
Yes, please. Yes, Viraji, yeah, now you can speak. Yeah, I'm looking at you, right?
Yeah, sir. Good morning. Good morning to one and all.
Yes.
As we know that we are celebrating the International Criminal Justice Day. This is a day being celebrated by forming a treaty by the Roman statute for international justice. Because justice is a thing which everyone want. When one see any injustice, they will say that I'll sue you in the court. Even after knowing that we are let me take the example of India. In India, there are millions of cases are being pending, but still we say if anything happens between any two parties, they will hear that I'll sue you in the court, I'll see you in the court. That is the power of justice. So this is the reason why we are celebrating the International Justice Day, because justice is a thing which brings equality between the persons. It is a thing which gives you equal opportunity. It is a thing which makes people fear of that one should not go beyond their rights, beyond their limited boundaries. So that is the reason we are celebrating international justice. And the main importance of this is to raise a voice against the social justice and to bring everyone together and to eliminate the injustice which is being carried by some culprits. So that is the reason we are celebrating this International Justice Day. And as you know all that it is being celebrated on every year 17th July, and it is celebrated because a statue created by the Rome statue. So one thing I want to say that our motto is, Indian motto is Satyameva Jayate. That means we believe that justice is everywhere. Justice is what we need. So Satyameva Jayate means every time Satyam is winning. So, and our Supreme Court motto is means justice should be win. We are celebrating and we believe in that. And thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, one and all. Jai Hind.
Yes, Viraji, that you have made it very nicely that before the other people will come and join over there, let me say that justice is the truth. The truth is justice. Because generally the saying also be there, justice delayed is justice denied. Then the people take the advantage of the other thing also. Justice hurried is justice buried also. This is another way. So depending upon the context that we can say. But anyway, that before the other people will join it, that I would like to see that who wants to come forward to express their views. Yes, anybody would come forward. Yes, you can on your video, you can on your microphone, then you will be on the screen. Yes, anyone? Bhanu, are you present? Because I could see you over here. Bhanu, and Hari Prasad Raju is also be present over there. And I don't know if anybody wants to. VG is there. VG already that he made his speech. Then any other person that would like to speak, then they can on it. Ramanch 1979, that you can on your camera as your microphone, then you can speak on behalf of the LLM students, because I could not see the. I heard the Chakrapani here, but I did not see his name over here. Otherwise, I would have to ask him. And Sunil Naik also did not present. Yes, now if none of them is available over there, then I saw the now Srinivas Sharmaji. Sharmaji, you are welcome to the our offline college webinar, or you can say online seminar, whatever it may be. That NS Namavar Srinivas Sharma, those who are a senior lawyer of this common court. Now I can request him to be on your video, and on your video, then you can express your views. Yes, Namavar Srinivas Sharma.
Yes, good morning, good morning.
Yes, please, on your video and on your audio.
Good morning. Good morning.
Proceed.
Hello.
Proceed.
No, first let me spare some time with hearing by some other speech.
You want to say here the some other speech, then you want to conclude it.
No, no, because just because I lost the power supply, I joined again, and let me know what actually it is going on.
Okay.
That I
Sheikh, yes.
let me share my views, sir.
Okay, it's all right. Salman Sheikh, that you want to speak?
Good morning, sir.
Yes, on your video, on your audio. Continue.
Audio only, sir. Here not. July
Doesn't matter.
17 is
Doesn't
celebrated
matter.
as
Doesn't
International
matter.
Justice Day.
Sound.
July 17 is celebrated as International Justice Day because it is the anniversary of adoption of Rome Statute, which was created by International Criminal Court. It is also known as International Criminal Justice Day or International Justice Day. The day unites all those who wish to support justice, promote the rights of victims, also help in preventing crime that threatens the peace, security, and well-being of the world. Every year, this day is celebrated by hosting the event to support the international justice and ICC. Next, you might be wondering how the ICC gets support when the ICC is supported by Interpol, which stands for International Police, which consists of many different countries. Police force joining hands so that no criminals left out and justice is denied. One of the few cases like this Malala case, when Malala was shot by terrorists by she wanted to be educated in Pakistan. Malala is the Pakistani girl who was shot by terrorists, and because she got Nobel Peace Prize in 2014. This is the one of the few international cases that is dealt by ICC. One of another case, the recent pending case of 8 years old girl Asifa in Kashmir. She is brutally killed by 8 armed adults in the temple. The nation cannot solve such cases, so this case has to be forwarded to the ICC. So just one message from me that International Justice Day, which now celebrated by accrediting words, we are celebrating, but after live by that means we need to follow justice, help our country to develop. Thank you for this given opportunity, sir.
Yes, thank you that Sheikh Salman that you expressed your views over there. That anyway that your message that we noted down. Then another speaker those who wants to speak on it, please keep your video and audio on, and then you can proceed. Yes, any other person that would like to speak? Yes, keep your video and audio on, then you can start it. The reason that I told you know that International Court of the Criminal Court is only the complement, COMPLEMENT, complement to the National Court. So when the National Court itself is, I don't say the failed, but they say that they could not do the justice well when the administration of the justice is concerned. At the time they will give this power to the other people. But anyway, that the execution is concerned, it is only the again member states only execute its orders. That's I would like to add in it. Yes, any other person that would like to speak over there from LLM side that I could not see that LLM side any person that want to speak it. Yes, from LLM side, I would like to see that audio can't connect. What is the use of audio cannot connect? And if the video is there, only video will not. Audio is serve the purpose like Salma Sheikh made it now audio very much clear to us, even though the video is not present over there. And then if so, I would like to see that because I saw here Guddi Ramarao is not present over here. Ashok Babu is disappeared over there. Then I could see only Sharad Babu is present. It seems. If any other person that would like to take that chance of it, and please you can on your mobile. I mean to say your video and audio. Then you can start your expressions. Yes, anyone? And you may say that because mostly the these international criminal cases are concerned where that African countries are there mostly, and in the the most of places in the offices also there. The two offices in the Congo, and one office in the Kenya, and one office in the DOR. Then these are the around about the 6 offices are there mostly in that African continent itself. And the members, regarding the members are concerned, as I said, there are 124 members.
Most of the dictators also are from those countries.
See, the point is, it's both the way.
But we have seen Idi Amin of Uganda, sir.
Yes,
He has resorted to massacres.
of course. I had been to the Uganda also, but people sometimes I heard that people will praise even the Idi Amin there. Anyway, that's not that because other people are very much silent over there. In that instance, that's because I would like to ask you the thing. Could you do your operations of your own son or daughter of your family when you want to do operation? Dr. S.N. Reddy, sir, please, you can give the comment on this question. Are you hearing me, Dr. Sir? I could
Sir, what is the repeat the question, sir?
Yeah, the question is, suppose you are a doctor and you want to do the surgery. When you want to do the surgery, do you do the surgery to your own son or daughter or own family members?
Sometimes if it is a minor surgery, we don't mind, but a major surgery, we have to take help of somebody.
Why? What is the reason?
Generally, we have our own thing, and from the other side also, they have their own thing. Most of the time we do it, but generally we take help of other doctors and other things. We do. I will be participating in the surgery, but it takes only sort of this thing.
You are more experts. Yeah, you are more experts than the other, but still you will assign the work to somebody else. Why? I will take your view also.
Generally, what is sir? From outside, sir, either my son, wife also may not be, I mean, they may need more healing that I am doing surgery in this way. That should not be there. So I want to observe the surgery or the others that is there.
Yes, Kiran, that you want to compliment any other point on this regard? The question which I posed.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Yes, sir. When one of my family member is sick, I prefer my family doctor, especially if the facilities here are good, instead of going to some other country like Sri Lanka and then asking a doctor there to solve, to cure my family member, especially when the facilities here are good. I trust my doctor, my country's doctor, my local doctor. I don't go to a country like Sri Lanka or Indonesia or Uganda and then hire a doctor there and then get my people treated there. If the facilities are bad in my hometown, if I am agreeing that yes, my facilities here are bad, the medical system here cannot help my family, that's when I look outside of my locality and outside of my country. I'll be seeing other doctors. But as long as my family doctor is good, as long as the medical facilities in my city are good, I will stop looking at other facilities.
Thank you very much, Kiran, for your thing. Then, if any other person would not be there, then we will.
Sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, Kiran has not touched the original point. You asked me, sir, whether your family member is going to surgery. So I answered that. Kiran went off his family side.
No. The thing is, what, sir, what?
Yeah, let me make clear. See, that's you thought in your own perspective, and Kiran thought in his own perspective, and that perspective that he gave the reply, and in your perspective that you gave the reply. Now I will ask because other people are not coming forward over there, then we will make the debate session over there.
Sir, generally,
your own case.
Sir, generally we don't like to make a wound to ourselves.
Is the reason why I gave the other narrative.
Generally, we don't hurt ourselves, sir. We don't like to hurt ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes, and then
yes,
as family members also, we think it's our own body. They are also part and parcel of our own body. So we don't like to hurt ourselves. That's why we refer the case to others.
Yes, yes. Then I will come to the point of if any other person is not present over there, then I can cut to this debate session now. Now the question comes over there. Can you be the own judge in your own case?
Naturally, we can't be. We always say that we are right.
No one can be judge in his own
Why?
case, sir, which is opposite to principles of natural justice.
Mm-hmm.
So the other side should be heard.
Mm-hmm.
So some third party
Yes, sir.
should judge.
Okay.
As long as if this conversation does not lead to, there are some cases where the Indian judicial system cannot help. So it is better for ICC to handle that. As long as we are not drawing that conclusion, I'm okay with this discussion. I'm perfectly fine with this discussion, sir.
Okay, no matter. See, the point is we have to take it as a sportive manner that I am not against, I am not the for, because that is the reason that India is not the signatory, China is not the signatory, USA is not the signatory for that one, but other countries are there.
USA and Russia are signatories, sir, but they did not ratify it.
Yes, I do that. What is the use of no ratification? Is there merely becoming a signatory? Tell me.
That is how you show that you support something, but then you don't ratify it, and then you have control of other countries.
What is the use
over other countries?
Yeah, what is the use of giving the car to you when the car keys are with your father?
Yes, sir. That's how you show that you are supporting something, but actually, it's that you want others to take responsibility of their acts, but you do not want to take responsibility of your own acts.
Yeah, that's the point. What I want to say is, when on ourselves we could not do the justice in a proper way at that instant, that we were saying that things to other persons, that to be voluntarily. In the same manner, when the United Nations Security Council also refer certain matters to the ICC, because there is a seventh schedule was there. It is clearly mentioned over there, and some matters to be handed over to the ICC in certain cases, even though ICC is not the organ of the UNO. Yes, yes, please. Because any other participants would want to say, and if the name of Srinivasa Sharma is present over there, Sharma sir, can you express your views? Because other people are, nobody is coming forward. That's why you made the debating session. Yes. Still, you need some more time.
Sir, first of all, I want to respond to the question posed to Dr. Chandra Garu.
Okay. You can on your camera also, if you wish.
Okay, I think it's visible now.
Not visible. Your camera is not on, but keep your either mobile or laptop very near so that your voice would be audible to us.
Okay.
Yes, please proceed. Proceed.
Question posed to Dr. Saab, but is to be answered twofold according to me.
Okay.
One thing is reaching to his own family members.
Mm-hmm.
Reaching to his own family members.
Yes.
So the main reason to pose this question and what answer I want to like to elicit is, his doctor is also a human being, as our sir has said. He will have the emotions.
Yes.
May not be controlled. May not be in a position to control.
Yes.
Being a human being, first he is the family member of that family.
Yes.
Later he turned into a specialist, a doctor, or some advocate, or like any other professional.
Agreed.
Normally, when we do it as a professionally, we will give it any fixed opinions prior to it. We will examine it. We will do it independently, impartially, being as a purely professional.
Okay.
But whereas if you are, our mind is fixed with whom I am giving treatment is my blood related or my related to otherwise kith and kin. I will have emotions and I have to say that he must be saved.
Okay.
Out of that emotions, out of the emotions, there is a possibility of committing some errors.
Okay.
So
Yes.
to avoid that errors, to avoid that that emotion is increased. The person who is treating treatment, he may by giving a treatment, he may also be affected for ill health by moment by increasing BP and hypertension like that. So to avoid these complications, normally every professional will take the help or give the case as if he is a patient, as if he is a client to the other people. Being an advocate, though I am having sufficient practice and sufficient experience, when it comes to my own case,
Yes.
naturally I will hand it over to the other expert whom I got to. And
Okay.
simply I will remain as an advocate only.
Oh, great.